Hello, students. Today we are going to look at the story My Greatest Olympic Prize, which is written by Jesse Owens, and it is there in the ICSE course 9th and 10th. First of all, we have to see the introduction about Jesse Owens. He was actually the son of a sharecropper and grandson of a slave, and none of his family members were ever the Olympians, but he was the first one to achieve four gold medals in the Olympic Games of 1936 in Berlin, which has made him the best remembered Olympian. And this story is about the true friendship which had started between Jesse Owens and Luz Long, the German athlete. Both of them had met in the Berlin Olympics of 1936. At that time, Hitler had spread a myth that only one ethnic group was superior to all other groups, and he was not ready to accept that black people could ever gain success in life. And this had affected the African American track. So, both of the relations of the African and American was quite disturbed. And this had made Jesse Owens quite angry against the principles of Hitler, which was like Nazi superiority theory. And he wanted to prove him wrong. So when he was attempting for the trials of the Olympic Games of 1936, he made mistakes in that while practicing for the Olympic Games for the running race. But at that time, Luz Long, who was a German athlete, and he was hidden by Hitler so that during the Olympic Games he could prove himself. But Luz Long, though being a German and being and belonging to that of the Hitler race, he helped him in teaching him how to practice with the trials. Though he knew, Luz Long knew that if I teach Jesse Owens how to win the race, I would naturally be led behind. But still, because of the friendship between them, he did not mind all these things. And nevertheless, Luz Long put winning medal at risk. So he gave his medal at risk, and he, you can say, carried on his friendship with Jesse Owens. So it was this act of Luz Long that led Owens to win the first gold medal in the athlete in the running race, and he set a record. His stunning achievement of four gold medals at 1936 had made him a big name in the history of Olympics. So, more importantly, this friendship was a lifelong friendship till the time when this Luz Long had taken part in the Second World War and he sacrificed his life in the war. So, till the end of his life, both of them had a great friendship. Now, this story we are going to read in which how their friendship started and how Luz Long had helped Jesse Owens. We are going to see. It was the summer of 1936. The Olympic Games were being held in Berlin. Because Hitler childishly insisted that his performers were members of a master race, nationalistic feelings were at an all high time. Now, here the first para is telling us that it was a summer time when Olympic Games were to be held in 1936, and these games were going to be held in Berlin. But at that time, Hitler had like a child. He had announced that all his participants who are taking part in the game, they belong to the master race and nobody can defeat them, due to which the nationalistic feelings among other athletes also arose, and it became high in all of them that they wanted to prove that they are also superior. So all of the athletes who were taking part, or all other participants who were taking part in other games also, they also had a nationalistic feeling to prove that they are also superior. I wasn't too worried about all this. I had trained, sweated, and disciplined myself for 6 years. With the games in mind, while I was going over on the boat, all I could think about was taking home one or two of those gold medals. I had my eyes specially on the running broad jump. A year before, as a sophomore at Ohio State University, I'd set the world's record of 26 feet 814 inches. Everyone kind of expected me to win that Olympic event hands down. So here, Jesse Owens says that I wasn't worried about all this theory of Hitler because I had very well prepared myself for 6 years, keeping this Olympic Games in mind. So I had trained myself, sweated, and practiced a lot for these games. And while he was going on the boat, he had thought that at least I will win one or two gold medals, and especially his eye was on the long, broad jump race. So a year before, when he was a sophomore means a student who is who is in the second year of the university. When he was in the second year of the university at Ohio State University, he had made a record of 26 feet 814 inches. And that is why everybody was expecting that if he has made this record, naturally he has a potential to win gold medals in this race in the Olympic Games. So everybody was kind of expecting from him that he would bring laurels to them. I was in for a surprise when the time came for the broad jump trials. I was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice leaps. He turned out to be a German named Luz Long. I was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps, evidently hoping to win the jump with him. Now, when he reached there at the Olympic Games, he was surprised to see a young athlete who was during the trials making a record of 26 feet. And then, when he tried to find out, though, he came to know that he was Luz Long, a German athlete whom Hitler had kept aloof or he had kept in secret and was waiting for this Olympic Games to introduce him so that he can win the jump with him. Now, I guess that if Long won, it would add some new support to Nazis' Aryan superiority theory. After all, I am a Negro, a little hot under the collar about Hitler's ways. I determined to go out there and really show Der Fuhrer and his master race who was superior and who wasn't. Now, here, this Luz Long was thinking that if Luz Long wins the race, naturally it would add more to Hitler's Nazis Aryan superiority theory, in which he used to say that our race is the superior and nobody else can win, and even the black ones are hopeless, they cannot gain success. Now, this made him, since he was a Negro, Jesse Owens was a Negro, so he was a little hot under the collar, means he was a bit angry. It agitated him from inside. And he wanted to prove to Der Fuhrer. Der Fuhrer is actually the political title which was given to Hitler. So he wanted to prove to Hitler that he was no less than any of his athletes, and wanted to prove that whether his master race is superior or his race of Negroes is superior. An angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes, as any coach will tell you. I was no exception. On the first of my 3 qualifying jumps, I leaped from several inches beyond the takeoff board for a foul. On the second jump, I fouled even worse. Did I come 3,000 miles for this? I thought bitterly to foul off the trials and make a fool of myself. Now, as you know, that anger always, when it controls your mind, naturally you will make mistakes. And when an athlete is angry, so if you ask the coach who is training him, naturally the coach will say that the athlete is prone to make mistakes. So here also, while during the trials, Jesse Owens made mistakes while he was practicing for this long jump race. He leaped several inches beyond the takeoff line, and this was one of his fouls. In the second jump also, he made more worse jumps. And then he gave a thought to himself that did I come 3,000 miles away to this place just to make this type of foul, these type of mistakes? This made him bitter from inside, and he felt frustrated. And Walking a few yards from the pit, I kicked disgustedly at the dirt. So he was disgusted. He was quite, you can say, distressed from inside, and he started kicking the dust while moving away from the trial place. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. While he was frustrated and he was kicking the dust, immediately he felt some hand on his shoulder. I turned to look into the friendly blue eyes of the tall German broad jumper. Immediately, when he turned, he saw that it was the German athlete Luz Long, who was tall, standing tall with his blue eyes. He had easily qualified for the finals on his first attempt. He offered me a firm handshake. This Luz Long, while he was practicing in the trials, he made great attempt, and in the first trial only he had succeeded for his practice. He gave him a firm handshake. Both of them shook hands with each other. Jesse Owens, I'm Luz Long. I don't think we have met. He spoke English well, though with a German twist to it. See, though he was a German, Luz Long, he spoke in English and said that I'm Luz Long and we haven't met before. Glad to meet you, I said, then trying to hide my nervousness, I added, How are you? Now, here Jesse Owens was quite nervous to see him. So he said that glad and I'm okay and glad to meet you. How are you? I'm fine. The question is, how are you? What do you mean? I asked. Something must be eating you. He said, proud the way foreigners are when they've mastered a bit of American slang. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. Believe me, I know it. I told him, and it felt good to say that to someone. Now he said that Luz Long said, Oh, I am fine. But the question is, how are you? Jesse Owens could not understand the question and said that, What do you mean by it? He said that something is eating you from inside, something is disturbing you from inside, and I think you should practice with your eyes closed. Now, here Jesse Owens said that, No, believe me, I know it. And while saying this, he felt a bit happy from inside or quite satisfied from inside that he is giving such an answer to someone. For the next few minutes, we talked together. I didn't tell Long what was eating me, but he seemed to understand my anger and he took pains to reassure me. Although he'd been schooled in the Nazi youth movement, he didn't believe in the Aryan supremacy business any more than I did. We laughed over the fact that he really looked the part. Though an inch taller than I, he had a lean, muscular frame, clear blue eyes, blonde hair, and a strikingly handsome chisel face. Finally, seeing that I'm calmed down, somewhat he pointed to the takeoff board. Now, for a few minutes, they were talking just general things to each other, but Jesse Owens did not tell Luz Long what was disturbing him from inside, and but Luz Long had understood what was eating him from inside and the anger that he had in him. So he tried to take pains to reassure him that everything is fine. And although Luz Long had been schooled in the Nazi youth movement, but he did not believe in the Aryan supremacy theory. And he was an inch taller. Here, the description of Luz Long has been given that he was an inch taller than Jesse Owens, and he had clear blue eyes, and he had a handsome chisel face. He was a strikingly handsome. And when Luz Long saw that Jesse Owens has now calmed down, he started talking about the games and about the trial that he should practice with. He pointed to the takeoff board. Look, he said, why don't you draw a line a few inches in the back of the board and aim at making your takeoff from there? You'll be sure not to foul, and you certainly ought to jump far enough to qualify. What does it matter if you are not first in the trials? Tomorrow is what counts. Then Luz Long gave the suggestion to Jesse Owens that why don't you draw a line a few inches behind the takeoff line, and then aim at making your takeoff from there. Then you are sure that then it will be very much sure that you will not make fouls. And it doesn't matter whether in trials you are not coming first. Tomorrow in the games, it matters what it counts. So for tomorrow, wait for tomorrow, but just qualify in these trials. Suddenly, all the tension seemed to ebb out of my body as the truth of what he said hit me. Now, immediately, Jesse Owens was quite impressed by the suggestion that Luz Long had given, and he felt as if all the tensions from his body has gone out, and because the idea struck him much. Confidently, I drew a line, a full foot in the back of the board, and proceeded to jump from there. I qualified with almost a foot to spare. So he drew a line, a foot, full foot in the back of the board, and he jumped over it. And when he jumped, he was able to qualify it. That night, I walked over to Luz Long's room in the Olympic Village to thank him. I knew that if it hadn't been for him, I probably wouldn't be jumping in the finals the following day. We sat in his quarters and talked for 2 hours about track and field, ourselves, the world situation, a dozen other things. Now, since Luzlong was quite impressed by Jesse Owens, so at that night he walked to his room in the Olympic Village to thank him because he knew that if Luzlong hadn't given him this type of suggestion, he naturally wouldn't have qualified and he would not have qualified to take part in the next day games. So he went there and he thanked him, and then they had a good talk for 2 hours, about 2 hours. And it was like talking about the track, the field, themselves, about the world, and several other things. When I finally got up to leave, we both knew that a real friendship had been formed. Luz would go out to the field the next day trying to beat me if he could, but I knew that he wanted me to do my best, even if that meant my winning. When he was about to leave his room, he knew that a bond of friendship had developed between them, and he knew that Luz Long would make his best efforts against Jesse Owens to win the race. But he also knew that Luz Long wanted Jesse Owens to do his best. And it would also mean that Jesse Owens would win the race. As it turned out, Luz broke his own past record. In doing so, he pushed me on to the peak performance. I remember that at that instant I landed from my final jump, the one which set the Olympic record of 26 feet 5 by 16 inches. He was at my side congratulating me. Now, the next day the games started and Luz could not make it, but Jesse Owens made it, and he made a record of 26 feet 5 by 16 inches, and he saw that that Luz Long was standing beside him and congratulating him on his success. Despite the fact that Hitler glared at us from the stands not 100 yards away, Luz Long knew that Hitler was standing 100 yards away and glaring at them, staring at them, but still, he didn't feel afraid and he congratulated Luz Long with whole heart. Luz shook my hand hard, and it wasn't a fake smile with a broken heart sort of grip either. When Luz had shaken hands with him, it seemed as if the smile was a genuine smile, and it was not with a broken heart, it was with a warm heart. Now, the last para of this story says, "You can melt down all gold medals and cups I have, and they couldn't be a plating on the 24-carat friendship." I fell for Luz Long at that moment. I realized then too that Luz was the epitome of what Pierre de Coubertin, founder of modern Olympic Games, must have had in mind when he said the important thing in the Olympic Games is not winning but taking part. The essential thing in life is not conquering but fighting well. Now, here Jesse Owens is saying that even if I melt all the medals and the cups that I have won in the Olympic Games, if I melt them and I want to create a 24-carat gold plating, it would not be comparable with the 24-carat friendship that I had with Luz Long, which I realized then. And the character of Luz Long reminded Jesse Owens of the saying that Pierre de Coubertin, who was the founder of Olympic Games, had said once, that winning is not important while taking part in the Olympic Games. Winning is not important, but taking part is the most important thing. An essential thing in life is not conquering but fighting well. If you are fighting well, even if you have not won, You are already a winner. Now this the here the story ends, and now we have to look at the theme and the characterization. First, we'll speak about the characterization of Jesse Owens. And as I have told you that he was a son of a sharecropper, and he had come to take part in the Olympic Games. He had prepared himself for 6 years. He had worked hard for the race of the long jumps. And before that, in the Ohio State University, being a sophomore, he had made a record of 26 feet 8 1 by 4 inches. But when he reached at the Olympic Games ground, he found that Luz Long was there, who was a German athlete, and he was kept under wraps by Hitler in order to introduce him in the Olympic Games so that he could win the game. This had filled him with anger because introduction of Luz Long was adding to the Aryan superiority theory of Hitler. And because Hitler said that the blacks or the Negroes cannot ever gain success in life because our race is the master race. Since this had filled him with anger, he made mistakes in the uh, trials which he was doing before the games. Now, for 3 times he made fouls, and he was quite distressed. But then this Luz Long, he came, and he, being a good player, he gave him the suggestion, and he immediately found that what was wrong with Luz Long, what was eating him from inside, and he, as a friend, had given him a good advice to draw a line a few inches before the takeoff board. And this idea had struck him from inside, and he immediately drew the line, and he was able to qualify the trials. And he knew that if Luz Long would not have been there, then he could not have succeeded to qualify the trials and then take part in the games for the next day. Now, as far as Luz Long is concerned, first of all, his description was given that he was a tall, handsome, and had a handsome chisel face, and he had clear blue eyes, and he was an inch taller than Jesse Owens. But though he knew if I give the suggestion to Jesse Owens, maybe I may not be able to win the race the next day, but still he wanted to give him a good suggestion, and he wanted him to win the race. And from here only the friendship of both of them had begun. And this, as I told you in the beginning, this friendship was a lifelong friendship. So, theme a true spirit of sportsmanship. Being a true sportsman, this Luz Long did not think that he did not have the feeling of prejudice that no, if I tell him or if I give him a suggestion, then he would win. What will happen of me? But this spirit of his sportsmanship forced him to give him a good advice, give Jesse Owens a good advice so that he could qualify the finals. And showcasing true friendship may when in the next day of the Olympics, Jesse Owens had won the race and had made a record of 26 feet 5 1 by 16 inches, 5 by 16 inches. Still, this Luz Long did not have a feeling of prejudice, or his heart was not broken. He was standing beside him to congratulate him, although Hitler was standing 100 yards away. This shows that he had a true spirit of friendship. Then comes the critical appreciation. May Nazi Aryan superiority theory was given by Hitler. And here it is said that Nazis believed in the theory of racial hierarchy, identifying Germans as part of Aryan or Nordic master race. That is why Jesse Owens, being a German, was introduced as a example of Nazi Aryan superiority theory. The Nazis aimed to unite all Germans living in historically German territory while excluding those deemed either to be community aliens or belonging to inferior race. So the Nazis, they had collected all the Germans and had tried to keep them under their race, and they named it as a master race. but the rest of the people who were quite low in race were kept aloof. So, according to Hitler, he said that Aryans are superior, while the Negroes and the blacks cannot gain success. So, when Jesse Owens found that Hitler, in order to prove his Nazi Aryan superiority theory, had introduced Louis Long as one of the great um, German athlete, he was a little hot under the collar. That means he was quite angry from inside and he wanted to prove to this Darfuhrer, that is a political title which was given to Hitler, that we are also superior. He wanted to prove to that which race is superior and which not. So hope this story is clear to you people, and if you have understood it, you can press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.